Chapter 4. Shri Sadguru said, as the mother derives pleasure in attending to her children, Bhagavan revels in taking care of and patronizing his devotees. Sri Bhagavan Keshava dislikes that puja performed to him in utter neglect of his devotees. When the bhaktas are honored and taken care of, Sri Bhagavan is pleased as if his puja was performed. As he is the eternal benefactor of the devotees and their patron, he showers all sorts of blessings. Even if people happen to listen to the insult of devotees unexpectedly, all their meritorious deeds done in the course of many births gets destroyed. One should stay away from association of those abusing the bhaktas, atheists, sinners, and sanctimonious, the infidels, and the mundane materialists. In Kerala, there was a king named Kulashekhara. He was a sadhu and was liked by all people as the full moon is liked generally. He was endowed with all noble qualities and was very keen in protecting his people and making them happy. He was courageous and strong like the lion, the jungle king, and was well renowned like Devendra, the king of the Devas. Bhagavan Sri Venkateshwara, due to his causeless mercy, blessed the king with his darshan. From that time, the king got rid of all worldly attachments and desires. Being completely renowned, he followed the pious Bhagavata Dharma, the righteous code meant for the devotees. He was peacefully spending his days in the company of noble Vaishnavas and with all devotion singing in praise of Lord Govinda always. His ministers could not tolerate this behavior of the king. As they were keenly interested in mundane day-to-day affairs, they became hostile to the Vaishnavas. They designed a scheme to instill dislike in the heart of the king towards those devotees of Lord Hari. Therefore, they stole the necklace of the precious gems. They stole the necklace of precious gems adorning Sri Bhagavan. As the king found the necklace of Sri Bhagavan missing, he inquired from all ministers about it. Folding their palms in respect, the ministers gave the following information to King Kulashekhara, who was angry and very much worried. The ministers said, O king, we do not know where the Lord's necklace is, but we think that the Vaishnavas who stay in the temple must have stolen it. The king replied, the Vaishnavas would never have touched the necklace of Sri Bhagavan. They entertain no desire for wealth or fame. The minister said, others do not enter into the temple of Lord Vishnu, hence only the Bhagavatas have stolen that necklace. The king replied, O ministers, I swear that the Vaishnavas would not have taken it, and if you are not yet convinced, I shall prove it by putting my hand inside a pot containing a snake. That was an ancient practice to prove the truth. Sri Sadguru continued. The ministers had discussion among themselves. Then, muttering courage at the instance of medical experts and mantrikas, magic charmers using mantras or sacred verses, the ministers placed a pot with a snake in front of the king. At once the king got up from his lion throne, prostrated at the feet of the Vaishnavas, and put his sacred hand inside the pot. The snake inside did not bite him, but it wound around his hand like a jewel. All people assembled there were astounded to see that. At that, the ministers were frightened. Ashamed of their behavior, they fell prostrate at the feet of the king and made entreaties for forgiveness. Kulashekhara forsook his people who were opposed to the Vaishnavas. Kulashekhara forsake his people who were opposed to the Vaishnavas and along with the latter reached the holy center Srirangam. Residing there, the king, an illustrious Vishnu Bhakta, attained supreme knowledge of the highest order with the help of the asset of Vairagya, singing in praise of Lord Ranganatha, the quintessence of the Vedas and the savior of all, with his Divya Prabandham hymns. He led a happy life in Srirangam. King Kulashekhara had a daughter. She was very beautiful. Virtuous, and was endowed with deep devotion to Lord Sri Krishna. Seeing the most chanting and handsome face of Sri Ranganatha, she desired that he become her husband. Though himself being a devotee of Sri Krishna, King Kulashekhara became very much worried to know of her wish. Sri Ranganatha, who provides immeasurable happiness to the entire universe, appeared in person and took her hand in marriage. The king was exhilarated and happily handed over his daughter to Lord Ranganatha. It is certain beyond any doubt that Sri Govinda is attained effortlessly by him who reads the life story of Kulashekhara with ardent devotion and faith. Thus ends chapter 4, entitled Kulashekhara Charitam of Book 2 of Sri Vaishnava Samhita, composed by Shri Krishna Premi Swamigal.